growling at? Get off. Get off. You don't growl at me. You don't growl at me.
Come on, come up, up, come on. Up. The people want to see you. There he goes.
He feels the charge again.
Good job, dude.
That's my pillow, boy.
Really? You're just gonna have your butt in the background? I think I have filmed this video maybe 10 times now. I have completely forgotten how to act on YouTube, how to record a YouTube video. I really did simplify my entire setup to make my life a lot easier because the demand for content now is quite insanity. And I'm not here to make up any excuses as to why I took a break, because I'm gonna tell you this, it was not planned. I did not sit down and say, okay, you're gonna take a break from YouTube because you're feeling overwhelmed and getting pulled in all sorts of directions with Instagram, with TikTok, with short form media, with this home renovation, which proved to be a whole other job on its own. Bless any of you who are interior designers, who build homes. It was another full-time job along content creation, which is what I do as my full-time job. I was feeling overwhelmed. I didn't have any form of consistency last year. There was no schedule to my life. When things were happening with this house, I had to drop what I was doing and jump on it, since Kyle and I, my fiance, if you guys don't know who he is, Kyle is my fiance. Thankfully, we're still in a very loving relationship after this home remodel. People really undersell how difficult home renovations are, or maybe they don't undersell it because people really divorce over this. Thankfully, we were fully in it together, and I'm so thankful that he loves interior design and home design as much as I do, because it was so rough. And I'm the kind of person that needs consistency. I need a schedule. I need to know what's happening every single day at every given hour. I mean, I took the personality test the other day just to find out exactly what I was, and it's me to a T. According to this personality test, I am an ENFJ, the giver. And my characteristics are influential, loyal, reliable, and genuinely kind. Influential being the key word there. No, I'm just kidding. Passionate and firm in your ideals and principles. Highly intuitive and reflective. Warm, caring, generous, and people-focused. This next one. Extremely organized with difficulty dealing with uncertainties. Extremely organized with difficulty dealing with uncertainties. That was my life last year, and amongst trying to keep up with my day-to-day of being a content creator and the house, something had to give. And I did not intentionally mean to take a break. I think what happened is that every time I said, oh, I'm not gonna record this week, I'm not gonna upload this week, it felt like a relief because there was so much going on. There was so much weighing on me that I had to do, that YouTube being one of the more demanding aspects of what I do with creating videos and editing them, it alleviated or gave me some more time to work on the house and to create short form content. And before I knew it, missing a few uploads turned into a year, and I'm truly shocked that much time has passed. It really made me realize how quickly time goes, and to really cherish every single moment of your life. And I will never take a break like that ever again, especially with something that I am passionate about, that I love. And I truly am passionate and love this platform, and I love our community on here. And I'm so sorry that I disappeared. It really would eat at me every day. I think the last video I uploaded was my attempt at uploading a short form video in a longer format, vertical. It was the Euphoria look, and I think it was on that video that someone commented, "You have abandoned 600,000 of us here." It was a really lengthy paragraph, but that word abandoned really just ate at me. I'm like, wow, I abandoned everybody on YouTube, and I didn't mean to. And I know not all of you follow me on TikTok and on Instagram, and while I was pretty active on there, definitely not as active as I would like to be, not all of you follow me on those platforms. So to a lot of you, I just completely disappeared, and I totally understand if you feel like I abandoned you, but that was not my intention. I truly was mentally not in a place last year where I could show up as the best version of myself here on YouTube. I didn't want to just film videos to fulfill the algorithm, to fill the void, the YouTube void, for fear of becoming irrelevant. I think that it's really easy to do that, and with YouTube being a platform that requires so much more time and effort, I just couldn't get myself to record these meaningless videos that I had no love or passion for. I mean, you gotta listen to Benito, okay? When Bad Bunny says when you do things with love and passion, they're easy.
And when you do things with love and passion, everything is easier. The life is easier.
It is so true, and it was not easy for me last year, and I'm even thankful to still have a career in this space thanks to my team, my management, because I didn't produce as much content as I normally do last year, and I still had a really great year. Even though when I looked back on it, I thought it was a really, really rough year, and I felt like such a failure last year. But when I was able to review and look back at my year, I'm like, wow, it actually wasn't that bad. It's just that when you look at all the bad things, or all the bad things have so much more weight than all the good, and they seem to overpower all the good that happens in your life. So I actually tried sitting down and doing an end of year recap video for my Instagram and my TikTok like everyone was doing. And I was like, ugh, I'm not gonna have anything. My year was so bad. And as I was looking through all my videos and photos, I realized that so much good did happen in between what I would consider to be a really rough year for me. Mentally, physically also, I wasn't working out as much as I normally do. And you guys know I love health and fitness. And also just things going on personally with members in my family. It was just, it was so easy to just like focus and dwell on that. But once I kind of looked back on my year and was able to see all the good that did happen, I'm like, wow, I actually really did have a good year, but a huge piece of that was missing was this right here, my YouTube channel. So I am really excited to be back on here with consistent uploads. I'm also going to be taking advantage of shorts because the demand for more and more and more and more and more content is really, really real. And it's hard to keep up with the demands, but I love that shorts allows me to quickly do product reviews. I've been really obsessed with foundation and skin in general. That's how I fell in love with makeup in the first place, was doing my makeup in natural daylight and seeing how it went on my skin. So I've really been focused on filming a lot of foundation try-ons and doing them in 4K so you could see it on my skin without filters, see every little pore. I've been loving filming those. I've been editing them. So once I get back on here, so if you're seeing this video, check my shorts tab. I'll probably start uploading there as well. But it's just I'm so glad that YouTube has incorporated that because it's something that I feel like we all needed. All of us who are used to doing longer form videos, we needed something where we could still interact with our YouTube community that wasn't those like, I hate the little like YouTube stories that they tried doing, that just, I wasn't gonna use that feature on YouTube. But the fact that we can quickly upload these shorter videos regularly and just engage with our community more, faster, easier, quicker, faster and quicker, the same thing. Having that ability to talk to all of you daily through that content is something that I feel like this platform was really missing, and I'm so glad that they've brought it on to, or that YouTube has incorporated that, because with TikTok and Instagram, it's different. It really is different. There's no sense of connection there, and I really do feel like often you are just trying to feed the algorithm on those platforms to again stay relevant. And I'm just thankful that that is a feature now that is something I can use to keep our community alive and thriving. I have definitely grown a lot as a person since 2020. I think a lot of us have, and a lot of my values and passions have changed. I think what I care most in life now, or what I care about most, is having a stable, loving home, because when going through that renovation, I felt so displaced and like I didn't have a home, and even when we moved back in, it was still pure chaos. So I will be recapping that in a whole other video. I want to share more of my life with all of you in a way that is sustainable, because I also think like daily vlogging isn't sustainable, and doing a makeup tutorial every week isn't sustainable. And what I mean by that is like a different makeup look every week, because realistically, this is my makeup 99% of the time. And again, what I care most about is skin, foundation, powder, concealer. But in terms of eyeshadow and color, I'm just not that person I was in 2016, where I was doing these crazy smoky eyes and these really colorful looks. I'll still do them occasionally, and I will definitely share them, but it's not something that I would do weekly. But what I do want to share most is anything and everything that I think will help all of you to be the best versions of yourselves, because that is something that I personally am always striving to do in my daily life, is just be a better version of myself that I was the day before. Last year was so hard. I don't want to say that I regret not being on here all of last year because I had such a rough year, but I'm just not the type of person when I'm crying, having a mental breakdown, or going through a really rough patch. I'm not the type of person to turn the camera on and record myself crying, take a photo of myself crying, or share a sob story. I really do not like people feeling bad for me. You can analyze that for me. I'm a Taurus, April 22nd. Apparently my sister did my chart, and I'm a Scorpio all the way around, but my actual sign is a Taurus. I don't know what any of that means, but if you want to analyze it for me, please feel free to do so in the comment section, and I will read through it. I find it really intriguing. I just don't know anything about it. Yeah, I just don't like to be on camera crying or upset, or get a photo of me crying. I like to deal with it in my own way in real life, and I really do admire and applaud those people that are able to do that, because I know that there is some sort of relatability to that, and people are able to see you going through a rough time. But for me, it's not that I want to look perfect or ignore that part of myself or not show it online, but for me, I just need to handle it in my own time in real life versus online. So a lot of you may not be aware that I went through a really rough time last year because I wasn't on here and I wasn't showing it, but last year was really, really rough. However, I will say, amongst all the bad, I did have an incredible year. I managed to still have a career as a content creator, even though I feel like I didn't produce as much content as I normally would. I was able to remodel this house with my fiance, and it is one of the most gratifying feelings ever to now be in a house that we created and that is truly our own. I absolutely love this feeling. Nothing else compares. My sister and I were able to take my mom on a vacation to Greece. That was her dream vacation. She had never traveled internationally. She has obviously been to Mexico because that's where she's from. But in terms of Europe or anything like that, she had never been. And doing that for her is something that I never thought I could do. And being able to do that for her was really fulfilling and something that I will cherish forever. Also, Kyle and I were able to go visit Portugal, a place that we see in our future, and I can't wait to go back. That was one of the most amazing trips ever, and definitely needed because it was at a time where we had just moved back into the house and it was nowhere near ready. I think we moved in without a working sink, and there was no kitchen. I think I have videos of me actually washing my face in the backyard with a bowl of water, and the backyard looking like a hurricane hit it. The memories. So with all that said, I hope you stick around. I promise to be better than ever and continue to show up as a better version of myself than I was the day before. And that's all I want for all of us here that are part of my community. I want the very best for you. So I definitely want to share more than just beauty. However, beauty will always be the heart and soul of my channel, and it's never going to go away. I'm not quite sure how to end this video, but if you're watching this, thank you for supporting me. Thank you for sticking around. If you're gonna stay subscribed, and if you're unsubscribing, I completely understand. No hard feelings. But for those of you who have supported me all these years, whether you're new or you've been around since 2015 when I started this channel, I truly appreciate your support, because if it weren't for all of you, I wouldn't be where I am today. I've said that before, and I truly mean it, especially as we finish this house. I think about where I was when I first moved to LA back in 2011-12, when I had -$5, and that Melissa could have never thought about owning a home in Los Angeles, and now I do, and a lot of that is because of your support and for all of you giving me this platform. I actually saw a quote from Anne Hathaway, I think it was a YouTube Shorts actually, and she said, "I feel like I've won the lottery and it's because you bought a ticket," and that's exactly how I feel. So thank you so much for supporting me. I promise to show up as an even better version of myself moving forward, and I hope that we can all grow together. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys. Boomer. You okay? Okay. Wow, nice wiggle.